Reminds me of that meme where that chick winks.
What meme is that?
I don't know. She's like the chick from Step Brothers that keeps banging Dale in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. I just want to roll you up. Keep you inside of my vagina.
Dale Ball.
Anyway, welcome to the Butt Stuff Podcast, everybody. This is your premier Sunday morning podcast happening on a Sunday morning. And we're coming to you live, coming in hot.
So hot. So hot for you.
We're hot for you right now, audience. Mania on the run.
Dude, I'm getting ready for this fucking Mosu.
That's right. Getting ready to eat some Korean barbecue. If you haven't eaten Korean barbecue, go out and do it. It's a requirement to listen to this podcast. If you haven't done that, you should turn it off right now.
You
Go
actually
out,
have to.
eat some Korean barbecue, and then come back and turn it back on, or listen while you're eating it. Because you're just a maniac if you haven't done it. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. That wasn't worth
it. No, it was. Don't say that. It's always worth it. What's it called? I actually made the mistake of getting like Chinese buffet yesterday, so I've just been having like Chinese buffet farts all morning. It's been a nightmare.
Ooh.
Yeah, I always get like just like too many little like little dumplings or pot stickers or whatever, you know. And then I fill up on those, and then I'm like, ugh.
I mean, they're so good.
Yeah, but they're good though.
I've been eating egg rolls a little more often than before, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egg rolls are good, right?
Yeah, I got put on some egg rolls, and that shit is fucking good.
What kind? Pork? Chicken?
Spring?
It's whatever
Vegetable?
whatever was handed to me.
Whatever
Cabbage.
the egg roll, whatever's in the egg roll.
I love a good egg roll. An egg roll last night.
I bet you did.
At a Cheesecake Factory, I think they had like Texas egg rolls.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they had like some fucking
Like brisket in there and stuff?
brisket, beans,
Damn good.
cheese, like whatever.
Yeah,
Shit was good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Cheesecake Factory always gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Because there's 150 things on the menu.
The menu is a fucking book there, dude.
So you're like, all right, I've narrowed it down to 11 choices. And then the waitress shows up and you're like, I need like an hour before I can figure out what I want.
Do you get cheesecake there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
I don't think
What
I've
would it
ever
look
gotten
like?
cheesecake there.
You guys are crazy.
They want like fucking $12 for like a little wedge that's like the size of a pinky, dude.
It is expensive.
We got Oreo cheesecake.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good serving. It was fucking kind of big.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't finish it on day one. We had leftovers.
Did you get a whole cheesecake or a slice?
It was just a slice. We each had our own slice. It was pretty good. Pretty big piece.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I
Comes
love
with a big
the
cookie too.
they have both a key lime pie and a like a mango key lime pie cheesecake.
Ooh.
Ridiculous. Really good. Speaking of cheesecake, I went to a wedding the other day.
How the fuck was that?
It was good. You guys ever been to Franklin Plaza before?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It's the bomb for
Dude,
weddings.
that's some fancy shit.
Wait, did they?
Where
we were
is it?
talking
Troy,
about that.
right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
right across the river. Did they have the little grilled cheeses with the tomato soup?
Yeah, with
shots?
the tomato soup shot.
Oh, so
They had
good.
there was more food than I could possibly ever imagine. It blew my mind.
Bro, they fill you up so much, and then you go to eat dinner, and you're like, I can't eat.
Exactly. Like I was in there like at the cocktail hour, and I was trying to
You sounded unsure if
Not
you were
eat?
in there.
You're
sorry, I was
not
trying to
eat.
multitask.
I think
I
I
was
was
trying
in
to
there.
pause so the next video didn't play on YouTube. But yeah, so I'm in the cocktail hour, and it's like when you're trying to have a conversation and you can't get like 3 words out. So it's like, so I'm at work the other day, mini grilled cheese. Like, no, thank you. And we're working on some mini Philly cheesesteak. No, thank you. and we're going to the mini beer battered hot dog with
Dude,
Sam Adams.
And everything looks so good.
And it does.
If you're the person talking to me, I'm like, yeah, keep going on.
I was trying to pace myself because I knew that dinner was coming, and I was like, I don't want to just fill up on all this. But after I looked back, I was like, I should have like eaten all of those little appetizers, and then like I still could have had like most of my dinner and everything. But it was unbelievable. So they had sitting out, they had pierogies, tortellini Alfredo, and fried calamari, and then the people walking around had crab cakes, mini Philly cheesesteaks, mini Reubens, beer battered hot dogs with Sam Adams,
Oh my god.
mini grilled cheeses with little dunking for
It's the taste, dude. It's so good.
tomato soup, chicken dumplings, shrimp tempura, and then I think I'm missing still like 2 or 3. But
Yeah.
imagine all of that stuff coming around to you and being like, this is something different. Still?
Constantly.
But yeah, great wedding. I gotta give it to him. Congratulations to the Kesslers.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank
They,
you. Thank you, Mr. Kessler and Mrs. Kessler.
yeah, but yeah, if you've never been there, it's like it's the bomb diggity for a wedding. It's pretty awesome.
I think I got I'm going to one in May. I think it's like May 15th or something there.
Yeah.
So I'll be sure to fast.
Yeah, you gotta fast
Yeah.
for a while
Yeah.
before you'll be like passing out during the ceremony, being like waking up. I just got to get to these appetizers, guys. They should just have them walking around during the ceremony because they know that everyone's going to fast for 3 days.
I'm gonna be that guy who you hate at the wedding who just has like 4 of each hors d'oeuvre. It's just like, that motherfucker's eating all the bacon wrap scallops.
Yeah, they had bacon wrapped scallops too.
You got them stuffed in your pockets.
Yeah, pulling out mini Reubens like an hour later. But yeah, that was what I got up to this weekend. That's what I did. How about you guys? Anybody do anything interesting over the weekend here?
I met up with my girlfriend and a friend of hers at City Beer Hall.
Ooh, did you ride the
Nice.
bull?
No,
Was that operational? I don't think that's very operational anymore.
well, I've never been there. I didn't know they had a bowl.
They have it on the second
it's
floor.
upstairs.
They might have taken it out, but you go upstairs and then there's like immediately when you get up the stairs to the left, there's a bar. If you go to the right in this little room, they have a mechanical bull that you can get on and ride.
Wow.
Amelia also says that there was beef Wellington, Philly cheesesteak, and there was a Spankopia.
Spanakopita?
The fuck is that? An Outcast album?
It's a Greek dish that's like phyllo dough with like cream cheese and spinach like layered in between.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sounds pretty good.
like it was all amazing. And then for dinner I had a short rib with some mashed potatoes, and then I had cheesecake for dessert.
Oh man,
It's ridiculous.
that sounds divine.
But anyway, what were we just saying?
Oh, talking about City
Okay.
Beer Hall.
Oh yeah, City Beer Hall has so we tried to do that. Weren't we there? How many of us were there? Was that just me and you, Jim, or were there more people there?
I think there was more of us there. I feel like
Ed,
there
were
was
you
like
there?
4 of us.
For what?
Going to City Beer Hall to ride the bull?
I was not there.
We went there, and that is so surprisingly hard. I am the worst at riding the bull.
Yeah.
Like you sit there and you're like, all right, I'm ready, and then he turns it once, and then you just fall off, and you're like, okay. Jim
Yeah.
is amazingly good though.
Well, dude. I mean, it was just like we did it for. I don't think anyone lasted more than like 2 seconds, and I don't think I lasted more than like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's gotta be tough because you got the drinks flowing,
hmm
and you getting on this bowl, and who knows how that thing is bucking around.
Like I just didn't anticipate that it would just be so hard. Like I thought I was like, all right, you're gonna have to once it gets bucking,
Yeah,
then I'll probably get kicked off.
it immediately just
Yeah,
like
I have an
throws
update.
you.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. DJ, the bull has been gone for 8 years.
Okay,
2
Hey,
laughing
so
years.
never mind.
Who said that?
Amelia.
8 years. That's wild.
So anyway, good thing you didn't ride the bull. It hasn't been there for 8 years.
just going around. Where's this bull at?
That's got to be a huge liability.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Some-
someone
somebody probably
banged their
died.
head or something.
Dead.
Yeah.
That sucks. Oh, did you? Speaking of which, did you guys see the thing where Axl Rose had a concert and he threw his microphone into the crowd and it fucking smacked some lady right in the bridge of her
No.
nose?
You can't throw a microphone. Those things are heavy.
Yeah,
no,
that's
he
stupid.
really clobbered her.
He saw Slash throwing a pick. He was just like, I want to get in on that. But
That's
this sure
ridiculous.
SMB.
That's how you know the dementia's hitting. You know, he forgot that you can't just be throwing microphones.
Someone was like, "Oh, bro, that lady should have caught it. Just broke an old tradition." I was like, "I don't think that's good."
broke an
Like,
old
the-
tradition.
Throwing microphones in the crowds.
I'm sure she got a backstage pass or something to the next one.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you can't breathe through your nose permanently from now on, but here's some backstage passes.
You want to bang Axl Rose?
I think he gave some like weird apology after, but like didn't bring up the fact that he hit her in the face with the microphone. He like apologized for like something else about the venue.
Sorry, I was a little late.
Sorry, there's a bunch of pussies.
Sorry, the lights were in my eyes.
Sorry, I was a little late.
What do you do after you throw the microphone? They just pull another microphone out. How do you? Was that after?
That's got to be
Encore?
like
It was,
his mic drop.
yeah, it was the last song.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
just
I'm
drop
outta
it.
here.
Sorry for the
Toss
delay,
it.
guys. The mic is stuck in somebody's face right now. We got to go get it out.
Imagine like a Randy Johnson fucking throw. Imagine it's a wireless mic. You just hear
Yeah.
Oh man. Start screaming.
and then tears.
Yeah, you think he's ever thrown it and hit a bird out of the thin air like Randy Johnson did?
The dude's been on tour for a while.
Randy
It's
Johnson.
bound to happen.
Oh,
Axel.
Yeah, in the interest of public safety, he's gonna stop throwing mics. He promises.
just wrap it in like cushion.
Yeah, get like a bubble mic.
Yeah, there you go. That's fun. A little phone, like a dog toy.
Everybody at a Guns N' Roses concert, if you're in
Wear the
vicinity,
bubble.
you have to be in a bubble suit.
Yeah. Or we're like a motorcycle helmet.
Yeah.
Everybody in the front row is just headbanging.
Yeah, you can bang your head all day.
Exactly. Hit other people in the
that
head,
mosh pit.
knock each other out.
It's still like amazing that they haven't stopped the whole like foul ball thing yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How long do you think it will be before they put up a net and you just can never catch a ball at a ball game anymore?
Well, they do have nets.
Right behind, but like I mean like everywhere.
Mm.
Like there was that one story, I think it was last year, where like there was like a toddler or something just got domed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I've personally seen at like minor league ballparks, people get just drilled in the
Oh,
face,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
old ladies.
Bro, my favorite thing was going to that Valley Cats game with Jerry and just watching it. Come on, people, we got live balls here. Heads up.
Everyone's sleeping. Like, you gotta be on high alert.
Jerry's just screaming at the crowd.
Wake up, people! We got a ball game.
Like we're sitting like what? We were pretty close to the dugout, kind of third baseline.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to be careful, man. Shit's coming at 100
That's where you get
miles
live
an hour.
balls.
Just-
you know,
Smack dab.
pop you in the
kisser.
head. Welcome to Jungle People.
Get you to your knees. Knees. I think Axl Rose is a piece of trash, though.
Yeah, I
I hate his guts.
Yeah, he's.
Okay.
I had somebody that used to tell me, they'd be like, Axl Rose is like technically the greatest like rock singer ever. Like he can hit like seven.
he has the
different
widest. He has the
octaves.
widest range.
It's like, yeah, you can hit 7 octaves and you sing like, "Ah!" It's like that's it doesn't sound good.
You know, I
But
listened
you can
to
still hit the octaves.
dude. I listened to a Muse song the other day. First time, fucking 12 years I've listened to Muse. Guy can hit some octaves,
Yo,
bro.
the lead singer of Muse is that dude is good.
Who's the
Yeah.
lead singer? It's got to be a weird name.
I don't know.
Matt
his name.
Bellamy?
Matt Bellamy, yeah.
Matt Bellamy.
That guy hits some.
Yeah, he's always been super good.
Is Muse done? Muse is done, right?
I think they're still coming
I
out
think
with
so.
shit.
They, yeah, I was surprised they've had a ton of
I
albums.
mean, they
that
recently had.
What am I thinking of? Is it like the Mars Volta? Mars Volta's done.
That's
right?
Jared Leto, right? Mars Volta.
Is it?
I think
No,
that's not. Jared
that's
Leto?
30
Oh.
Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
30 Seconds to Mars Volta.
Mars
Jared-
Volta just came out with something.
I
Looks
thought
like
Mars
he's
Volta
so
makes
weird.
like 9 albums a year.
They just recently got back together and had some sort of thing, but they've been done for a while.
Okay.
Wasn't like Flea their bassist or something too for a minute?
I think so.
They went on tour with Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Mm.
and I heard that tour was it like Mars Volta was particularly really bad on that tour or something because they were like using the Chili Peppers instruments or something.
Mhm.
It was some weird thing where like they just like weren't properly sounded and they just sounded like shit because they were just like everything was like for the Chili Peppers and they were trying to play their shit.
Well, why don't you have
Yeah,
your
it's
own
weird.
instruments?
I don't know.
Yeah, you
Hey,
could
it was-
probably have
it
that
was some,
figured
like-
out if you're going to go on tour.
It was some like
Yeah.
weird thing.
I remember this actually. I remember the story. Okay, so there was they were using a Ouija board or whatever to like write songs in a studio, and it flooded with all their instruments in it, and
Oh.
they chalk it up to Satan or something like that. There's some demonic presence
Wow.
They
ruined
ha-
all their instruments
Yeah,
one tour.
Goddamn Satan
they
fucking
have
with
some,
Mars Volta.
and then there's like some addition to that where they like flew to like Egypt and buried it in the sands or something.
Jeez.
It's like I don't know. They're like,
Let's see. We can listen
When
to
you got money to
15
blow, man.
seconds of.
they do a lot of drugs.
Yes,
Mm.
they were
Gotta be-
very high.
It's gotta be fun as hell. Be like, we gotta go to Egypt, bury this Ouija board.
Have you ever listened to their music? It's
Probably not in over like 20 years.
Let's see. Let's give it their new song a try for 15
The Mars
seconds.
Volta or
Mars Volta.
15 minutes.
do you
to
think we'll
Mars?
get shut down?
Pretty Mars Volta-esque, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Okay. So
Not
I
bad.
could see why that would sound bad mixed through the Chili Peppers board.
Not the proper tuning.
Yeah, they're like, you don't have whatever effect it is on the vocals, making it sound like.
Sorry, it's gonna
that.
sound like can't stop addicted.
Yeah, Anthony Kiedis is like, we're gonna do it the least musical way possible. Dude, I was watching this Rick Rubin thing. Rick Rubin was trying to explain how Anthony Kiedis writes lyrics and like sings. He was just like, yeah, the guy's got no clue what the fuck he's doing. But he says it in like a respectful way. He's just like, yeah, he just goes in there and he goes like this bebop, scat, scat, like to it, and then he fills the words in after. So basically, everything is just like whatever random noise makes sense.
Well, I guess I mean,
Usually.
it's working. It's been working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're whatever they do, it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see there's like another clip where it's just like I think it's Frusciante is like playing guitar. He just looks over at Anthony with like this hate, like what the fuck are you doing?
See, I think it worked better when they were all doing heroin.
Yeah,
Now that they're all, sober 55-year-olds, scooped up, everyone's like,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
Yeah,
Back
that's-
on the heroin,
Can you-
please.
Yeah.
let's get back to what the Chili Peppers are all about: California, sex, and heroin, dude.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
I don't know why I just keep picturing that guy from School of Rock, the dude that's in like just the black leather sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forget his name, but he's
The
like a
fucking
senator.
lizard man. Yeah, he is.
He's
in
a
real life.
senator?
Yeah, in real life.
Really?
He's now like a senator guy.
I don't even know who the guy with the sleeves is.
I'm hot,
It's like-
sick.
Yeah.
The
It's
guy
the
when they're
opening
back
scene of
door
School of Rock.
in they're backstage and like the principal's standing there. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" She's like, "Oh, hi, I'm good." And then he's like hitting on her. You look good.
Dude, there's this like meme about how like, yo, who the fuck got all those bands and all those audience there at like Friday or I think it was like a Friday morning at 10 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's-
He's
Yeah.
what's
really
his-
a senator?
What's his name?
Wow.
School of Rock. Oh, Spider.
Donald Trump.
Spider.
He's a senator
Spider-Man.
he's a senator where? Or for what state rather?
I don't know.
He's no,
Spider.
he's a district attorney.
No.
No.
What is that exactly?
Uh
What do they do?
that's like okay, the people who
The
handle
DA's on my ass.
It's
yeah, you got it.
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
the like
That's the guy who's on your ass.
so when like municipality or whatever town or place your court is, it's like the attorney for the district.
Okay.
Or like,
If you don't have
know
the
what I mean?
money-
like prosecutor type shit.
and they provide you with one.
Okay. Okay. So he's like the head
attorney.
He's gonna be on your ass, bro.
DA's on my ass.
Yeah.
It's the only time I
The
know.
mayor's gonna have my ass on the
yeah.
Yeah.
Mayor's gonna have my ass.
Do you know who I am? I'm the mayor's aide.
The mayor's aide.
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
So, dude, I saw this thing. Apparently, there's this. You know how like every chick that's having a baby wants to do it like au natural, and there's like water births and like
Mhm.
trying to go drug free and shit like that with them now.
What is? Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
in the toilet.
Okay.
Sometimes in the toilet. Those are the ones they
In
don't
the
know
toilet.
they're having.
Damn.
That's the most
You've
natural.
never heard of a toilet baby?
No, we just poop them out.
No, they didn't. Well, that's just regular childbirth. They just poop them out. But
Damn.
it's if you don't know you're pregnant, basically a lot of people,
They think
mothers,
they gotta poop.
they think they have to poop, and they go to take a poop, and
Do you
there's
think they
a
poop?
fucking baby in there?
Oh
Do you
my
think-
god.
Do you think someone's ever like had a baby and pooped?
Oh,
probably.
absolutely.
Yeah. I've been hearing that a lot. A lot of women are just like, I shit myself during fucking
You shit myself.
shit myself
Oh, yeah.
during childbirth.
No, but like in the toilet.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely, dude. You're pissing
like
and shitting
a
right
combo?
on that baby.
Yeah,
That's gross.
because like, yeah, what a
What do you call that? That's the number 5.
that?
No,
I'm
so
planning on doing that after this Korean barbecue later.
Shitting out a whole baby.
9-pound, 8-ounce fucking Korean boy in the toilet. No, what's it called though? No, there's this thing about how like I guess there's a thing called dolphin birth, right? So like it's like a natural birth. Like they take you to SeaWorld
To the
or
dolphin
They
tank.
take you to a dolphin tank. And they put the mother to be in the dolphin tank, and basically the dolphins take over and like
Jeez.
fucking birth the baby. Like the dolphins somehow
Wow.
like pick up on a frequency or something and know that the person's going through childbirth, and then like they like go through and like help the mother through this whole thing.
Wow.
And like supposedly they like make it so the mother doesn't need like medical assistance, and they like calm the mother, and they just like slide that thing right out of there, dude.
Yeah. Well, I can see how it could be calming with a dolphin going.
Now do a backflip.
Watch the dolphin. Like, there's one weird dolphin who's like weirdly like enjoying it. Like, just hot.
Do you think they like pick up the baby after, like, flip it up on their noses and bounce it?
I gotta look up more on this, but like I'm like 90% sure that
The mom's like struggling, and the dolphin's just squeaking.
okay.
God.
Dolphin assisted birth, a newer take on water births, is apparently a trend growing. The Sirius Institute in Hawaii, a new age center dedicated to encouraging the bonds between dolphins and humans. Dude, this is definitely like the latter version of that place that was like they were fucking dolphins and doing acid with them and stuff like that. They're like, nah, they just help for births now. It's unclear if any women. Okay, so this says that it's unclear if anybody. This is an old article though.
We got to get that new one that's confirming that the dolphins.
Here we go. I gave birth with dolphins. Every mom, it's an English lady. Every mom wants her baby's birth to be special, but few would go as far as Sarah Evans, whose dream it was to give birth with dolphins as midwives. Sarah Evans reached out, gently stroking the dolphin's side. Her labor pangs subsided as she breathed deeply, relaxing in the warm waters of Red Sea. Ooh.
Oh,
Dude, the dolphin.
Why the Red Sea?
How do they do it? They're dolphins.
I don't
They
know.
got flippers.
They just eat the baby.
What do they do? Do they just like pull it out? Like
Okay. So Sarah, who used Dr. Martha's technique of self-hypnosis during her 3-hour labor, was able to touch one of them as it circled around her. Husband Jonathan, a 30-year-old recruitment agency owner, was there to cut the umbilical cord as Samuel came to the world at 3 a.m. Dude, imagine being out in the Red Sea at 3 a.m. and your crazy wife is just like, I need the dolphins to do it.
People
Yo.
be doing way too much. Like, just take some fucking drugs and pop the baby.
yeah,
out.
dude. I'm gonna say just go to a hospital.
Yeah, like
You know.
everyone's trying to, reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
with fucking childbirth. It's like
Dude, this is nothing compared to what they're doing. Like they have like whole things now where there's like one lady who her entire life's work is just like teaching. Did we talk about this already? Teaching women to orgasm during childbirth,
oh my
so
god.
so they
Wow.
don't have to like use drugs. And what she says it's like it's like 10 times stronger than like the strongest opiate, like for like blocking like nerve receptors and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like that's a human life, dude. Like what are you gonna do? You're just gonna hold it like if you can't come during your kid's pregnancy, you're gonna be like, yeah, I came my tits off with your sister, but you just sucked.
Yeah, what a weird experience. Your first experience is having your mom come.
Just
That's
coming
fucking-
out of her, she comes.
Oh my god.
And he's coming and everybody's coming.
That's practically like pedophilia.
That, dude, that's
You know,
my argument.
Yeah, you could call it that.
Well, dude, it's just like if you're filming that childbirth, like you can't put that anywhere.
Oh, yeah, it's
You gotta destroy that
it's
footage.
technically kitty porn.
I'm having one.
Dude, also like there's
The
no
dolphin's getting involved. The mom's coming. What are we doing here?
well, it's just like too, where do you go from that? Like, if it is as good as
What's the rest of your life like?
if it is as good as this woman says, then it's probably likely that people will get addicted to that, right? So you're just gonna have a kid all the time.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get a 9-pound, 8-ounce dildo.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, what are you gonna do, dude?
Dolphins are expensive. You got to go find a wild dolphin.
Dolphins are expensive.
Imagine being the dad, just being like, she never comes like that for me. You little shit. He just holds it against them the whole time.
All right, time to make our way to the Red Sea.
That's just sick of it.
Dude,
Another water birth.
imagine he's trying to come during her childbirth too. Like, sir, put your dick away. Baby's gonna be here any minute. No, it's terrible. Ladies be crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you said it.
Man, learn something new every day.
That's really taking lemons and making lemonade, though. Trying to squeeze a O out of that.
Yeah. To each their own.
I wonder if there's any other animals that like someone looks at and is like, I want that gorilla to
Yeah. Dude, actually,
pull this baby out.
what's it called? They have like they've shown chimps how to care for like obviously they won't give a human baby, but like different animal babies to a chimp, and the chimp always is like and like tickles it and like cradles it. You know what I mean?
would not give my baby to a chimp.
No shit. I'm just saying.
There was a study of a guy. I think he was doing nature versus nurture, and he did his own child. So he had his newborn child and he had a new chimp child and raised them at the same time together.
Mhm.
And then eventually the baby was growing up, like learning to be more chimp-like. And then,
He raised them to fight
So-
each other to the death.
yeah, the police shut it down. We might have already talked about it before.
The police shut it down.
Someone shut it down.
The
Or
guy
he shut it down.
The guy who raised a chimp and a baby at the same time.
Yeah, I think he came to his senses. He was, my son is now a chimp.
And this chimp is now my son.
The chimp's like reading books, and the baby's more chimp-like.
Yeah.
a great plot to a movie.
Dude, Niles Kellogg and his wife welcome a new arrival home. Not a human infant, but
Is
a
this
baby.
another British person? This is another British person.
Niles
It
Kellogg.
certainly sounds like a Brit.
Niles sounds like those, like, you know, those strapping safari folk who are like, "Let's
Yeah.
go, gentlemen. It's
Yeah.
Niles."
Yes, my son is a chimpanzee. So what did he do? What did Niles do?
For 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, Kellogg and his wife conducted tireless tests on Donald and Gua. Which one do you think is the fucking...
Well, Donald's the chimp, clearly.
They raised the two babies in the exact same way, in addition to conducting an exhaustive list of scientific experiments that included subjects such as blood pressure, memory, body size, sibling reflexes, depth perception, vocalization, locomotion, reactions to tickling, strength, manual dexterity, problem solving, fears, equilibrium, play behavior, climbing, obedience, grasping, language comprehension, attention span, and others. They have a little video. It's adorable. The chimp's wearing a little diaper and they're teaching him how to walk.
Who has the best locomotion, the kid or the chimp? The train conductor.
Yeah, I want to know that.
Well,
I want to know.
Gua could jerk you off with his feet. No,
Yeah. What's
That's
that?
what the
chimp
whole story was
string?
really made for.
okay. Eventually, as the NPR notes, Gua hit a cognitive wall. No amount of training or nurturing could overcome the fact that genetically she was a chimpanzee. As such, what was funny about that?
He's just, I like his realization. He's like, oh, no matter what I do, I
It's
mean,
still
No
fucking
matter what I
chimp.
do, this is still a chimp.
I've been shaving this chimp for months.
All right, on to the goat.
Kellogg's experiment probably succeeded better than any.
Sorry, that's delayed.
Than any study before its time on nature versus nurture. That is wild, though. Like, there's just so many. Like, what if they start fighting? You know what I mean?
oh yeah, baby's done. Like,
You think every
baby just has to take his, like, I don't know, his ball, and then the baby chimp's just like, nope, you're done.
yeah. That, but like a gorilla, dude. Imagine a gorilla.
every day in their house is just the monkey and the kid running around to this? Monkey's trying to strangle the kid and let him off the ground. No,
Gua.
put him down.
Why name it
Put
Gua?
Donald down.
Gua's such a weird name.
They probably adopted it with that name.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, though. You ever read the study? Well, I think it's a reading thing. In psychology, they have a story of this boy who was raised by wolves.
Hmm.
You ever?
I've come across, stuff like that. I don't know the full stories, but feral children, fucking some crazy shit. They're like little Tarzans.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Dina. Is that a? Oh no, it is a boy. Okay, discovered among the wolves in a cave in Skandara, in Uttar Pradesh, India. In 1872, at the age of 6, he went on to live among humans for over 20 years. How do you go from being raised by
Wolves. And how the wolves not eat them?
Oh, here it is. He picked up smoking.
Oh, that's it. I
That's how he
see.
coped. He never learned to speak and remained seriously impaired his entire life.
That's crazy. Probably howls.
Do you think he thinks in dog? You know what I mean?
He's just thinking like woof, woof.
Woof, 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 woof. Oh, big woof.
Yeah, like what's your inner monologue like? What do you dream about?
Right, you just dream about, the rabbits.
Dog booty. No.
Dog booty. And he's probably, how dogs run in their sleep.
Mhm.
He probably does that.
There's got to be some weird level of you're looking at the wolves and then you're looking at yourself and you're like, I don't know what I am. I'm not that.
Yeah.
You have to have that.
I can't reach my balls. Like other wolves are licking their balls. He's like, I can't do that.
I can't lick my asshole, guys.
Someone lick my ass.
Please. There's been poo matted back there for weeks now.
Fucking clogged up.
Now, what's it called though? Do you think, if you were, let's say that you're dying somewhere, all right, and you have to elect a group of a species of animal to raise your child, which one would you pick?
Eagles.
Yeah, there you go.
My baby just flying.
Flying with the eagles.
Well, I guess learning more about dolphins. I mean, dolphin might be the way.
Yeah, I think the baby might fucking drown. Goddamn idiot.
Dolphins
What about
will, keep them afloat?
My baby will live in the mouth of a whale.
Get all the nutrients you need from the kelp.
what about you, Deej?
If I had to pick one animal to raise my child,
Your offspring.
my
Young
offspring.
gentleman Blake.
Gentleman Blake is gonna get raised by sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys?
Yeah.
Sounds like he's dead.
Yeah, he's also dead. Ed, what do you got?
I don't know. Maybe like I think cats, dude.
Mm.
I saw this thing where this cheetah, just like this cheetah killed a baboon or something, and then found out that the baboon had like a little baby, and then the cheetah tried to like save the baby and like groomed it and stuff like that. I mean, it didn't have any milk, so it died, but like still pretty endearing the way that like
It is weird how like different species will come across infant other species and try to be its mother.
Mhm.
that happens like with every species of
Yeah.
bananas.
Have you guys seen the video where it's like the coyote and it's like a coyote and like some badger or something, and the coyote's like they're like trying to go down this tunnel, and the coyote's like waiting for the badger, and then like the badger's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like slowly walking, and they go down the tunnel.
Yeah, like two buddies.
And I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
I've also seen
a friend in me.
I've seen a cat like a duck mom died or whatever, and a cat just had a litter and like took on the ducks or something like that, like just like grouped them into the bunch and then like raised them.
Wow.
Supposedly there's like a frequency, like when a baby cries or something, like like, you know, that like any species will hear that frequency and be like, oh, this child needs to be cared for, you know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Could that explain humans' needs for like pets? You know, like why we're
Absolutely.
so attracted to having these baby pets.
Yeah, what's good with that that little puppy though?
Attracted to you though.
I'm curious if I feel like lizards don't have that.
A lizard just
Curious.
like little demons.
Yeah, I feel like a lizard would see any sort of little
mean,
baby
yeah,
thing.
Beep,
and be
beep,
like,
beep,
Yeah, they'll straight up eat eggs.
beep. Yeah.
I don't think like a reptile is gonna raise a cat.
No, definitely not. Maybe birds. You think a bird could take up a?
I feel like a duck. Yeah, like what Ed just said. Like well, that was a cat taking in the
taking in the
ducks.
duck.
Yeah,
It's definitely very common amongst like farm animals and mammals. I feel like
yeah.
definitely common. Okay, here's a whole thing on okay, let me see. Oh god. It's like a fucking essay that would take me so okay, here we go. 12 remarkable interspecies relationships that prove adoption isn't just for humans.
Me and my wife.
Okay, so
Zing.
there's like 100-year-old 30-year-old giant male tortoise named MZ Mimsy
Mimsy.
and a baby hippo named Orphan
that's
baby orphan hippo named Owen, excuse me,
Okay, that's adorable.
was extremely frightened after he was rescued, stranded on a reef after a tsunami. Luckily for Owen, Mimsy happened to be nearby, and he was raised in a nature park in Kenya and immediately began to cling to him like his own hippo mother. And like they became fast friends, and like basically this tortoise just raised this hippo.
Just a big fat turtle and a big fat hippo.
And then there's
Wild.
Coco the gorilla and her kitten. You guys know about that?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a classic
Sounds
classic
yeah.
story,
Oh,
story
yeah.
there. Sperm whale adopts deformed dolphin. It has like a shark fin. It's like a beat up dolphin with a shark fin, and they raised it as their own. A bottlenose dolphin born with serious spinal deformity that gave its back a S-shaped curve was taken in by an empathetic family of sperm whales. And
How
then
touching.
what is a oh okay, so there's a lot of like apes adopting kittens, so there's definitely a connection there.
Apes like cats.
Yeah, so I don't know what's the monkey with the M macaque. Macaque. So this macaque has a little orange cat. A tourist took footage.
Our macaques are the really vicious ones.
Oh, yeah,
that like
the
fuck
like-
with people,
Oh
right?
yeah, they're like all around India.
Yeah.
They'll rip
Yeah.
your balls right off.
Dude.
Yeah, fuck that.
They'll steal wallets. Like this one, there's this like they'll have
They'll
like
break into your house. Yeah.
dude, there's a little truth to that, like Aladdin thing, where it's just like Aladdin was just like, yo, go get this bread or whatever. Like they'll fuck with you, take your wallet, they'll take shit out of your hands, like cameras and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
then
it's like
like
good luck getting it back.
they tease you too. It's like
I'm on the power lines.
and then there's another one here about like a Dalmatian adopted a spotted lamb, but they look alike, so I guess
Oh.
that makes more sense.
That's just a dumb Dalmatian.
Yeah. There's a wild boar that adopted a monkey as a
That's
surrogate
odd.
mom.
I think we talked about this in the past, but Josh and I at work were talking about the cuckoo birds. How cuckoo birds don't make their own nests; they'll just find a nest and then they'll like lay their egg and make another bird raise their bird as their own.
Savage.
That's pretty cuckoo.
Pretty cuckoo.
And it's pretty wild because the cuckoo birds are pretty fat, and then usually they choose these birds that are much smaller. So usually it's this really tiny bird trying to feed this like gigantic fat cuckoo bird.
Damn.
And then we got a story here of a cat adopting a bunny. I can see that. They're young look alike. And then we got a husky that rehabilitated a meerkat. That's pretty wild.
Wow.
Oh, man, took it to therapy.
This thing looks like a
Yeah.
well,
Better help.
dude, it looks like yeah, it looks like this husky could eat this meerkat in like one bite.
Hmm.
And it's just like fucking with him. And he's like, oh, so adorable. Or she rather. Lioness adopts an antelope calf. That's straight up food. That's like a
Yeah.
snack that they're
It's-
saving for later.
Yeah, that's a straight up Looney Tunes cartoon.
In what's called a completely unprecedented event, a wild lioness came across a baby oryx, a type of antelope in parentheses there, and took in the antelope as her own. Conservationists suspected that the lioness had recently suffered a traumatic loss of a cub and there was therefore eager to fawn over a baby animal. That's sweet. After it killed its mother, it was like, you're mine now. And then dogs adopt bunnies. Or a dog, excuse me, what is it? A King Charles Spaniel in the English countryside discovered a litter of orphan baby rabbits. And Ellie quickly adopted them, sleeping with them every night and even trying to nurse the cute little bunnies. Imagine trying to nurse after you don't have anything and just like all you little baby bunnies try and get milk from them. And then a dog adopted an owl. That's surprising.
An owl?
Yeah. No reptiles on the list though so far. Cat adopts a squirrel.
The dog adopted the owl because, I mean, depending on how big the dog is, the dog's like, I can fly.
What's it called? I don't think reptiles do that though.
Yo, that one video, I don't know if I just shared it with Ed or if I shared it to the group, but the thing where the spider latches onto that eagle's face, that was like the funniest
Dude,
video.
that was a crab, right?
No, I thought it was a spider.
There-
Maybe it was a crab.
That is a monster spider,
yeah,
dude.
I thought it was like a tarantula.
Man.
Dude, fucking thing is
I didn't see
crazy.
this. I didn't see this video.
Oh my god. It's just this like this eagle lands on this rock and it goes to like get the spider and the spider just latches on its face and the eagle's like, oh fuck.
And then it, like immediately aborts.
It's like trying to go in the water and get the spider off.
I mean, I'm sure crocodiles would adopt like an alligator. I haven't seen that here, but
Unprecedented.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's something with like mammals or maybe just a
elephants
little bit more than reptilian brains.
adopt every species that will hang with it.
That's adorable.
This
That's
this
'cause
clip,
they're the best.
I've seen this clip. It's a show on Netflix called fucking Water Wolves or something or something like that. Where it's that documentary I was telling you about where they just follow
Groups of spiders.
Well, no, it's an island off of like something, and like it's just got so much life on this island. And yeah, it's a series on Netflix. Yeah, I've seen that.
Interesting.
I'm only going to do a few more of these, but there's a chimpanzee that raised a 2-year-old chimpanzee raised a tiger, even bottle fed it, and became a real stand-in parent at a zoo. That's bananas. There's this adorable little picture of this cub being fed by a chimpanzee.
How many times they've been like, no, it's all right. Coco can babysit. Let's go.
There's a pigeon that raised rabbits. And then this looks like a dog that raised rats. Oh, possums. Excuse me. That one didn't get fucking. All right, that's all I got for that.
I gotta say, I would be like kind of upset if I had a mouse in the house and then Quinn was like, I'm gonna raise you as my own. I'd be like, no, you kill that fucking mouse.
Yeah, we're buddies now.
I'm raising this damn mouse.
Yeah.
There are some times when like I see a mouse, I'm like, oh, what a cute little feller, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Not in my house.
Not
though.
in my house.
like years ago, I was staying with a friend on vacation, and I'm just chilling, playing my game, and then on the left, I spot a little mouse just like chilling there, and like some people, I think you told me to like squish it, and like
Was this on when I was on the headset? I was like, "Yo,
yeah,
kill
I
it.
was like, I think there's a mouse like right next to me, and you're like, fucking squish that thing. It's like I don't want to get my foot dirty.
I was really hoping you were going to say it was the person you were on vacations with, Pat.
Yeah, I thought it was
Squish
gonna
that
be
shit.
that.
Throw it in the microwave."
That was Mickey, little Mickey.
I've had a cat catch. I was at Julia's house, and her cat caught like the cutest little It must have been a baby mouse. It was like the saddest thing ever, just watching the cat like just use it as a toy. So I was like, "Yo, I gotta stop this," and I put it outside. He just looked at me like, just like exhaling mad, and then just scurried off. I don't know, dude. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes they die. It's a mouse, man. It's gonna fuck all your shit up. It's gonna shit all over everything.
True.
It's like people trying to have pet squirrels.
Mhm.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't.
There was, yeah,
I would have a pet squirrel.
Yeah, they're really cute.
they are until they're not. My mom used to feed the squirrels out front
Crazy
when they were
broad.
younger. And one day, one of them wanted some food, so it ran up and like latched its little claws into the screen door and just started like shaking it back and forth, just like, "Come on, come on,
You bitch!
yeah. My mom's just like, "What do I do? What do I do?"
Stop feeding
We
squirrels.
have to kill the squirrels now.
Yeah.
Did your sister have a squirrel jump on her head or something, like from the tree or something? I like remember that from
sounds
like
familiar.
when I was a kid, but I don't know if
That doesn't. I think that might have happened.
I feel like
I
your
don't
like
know.
sister was coming home from school one day and a squirrel jumped on her.
Could have been. I don't know.
It's given me an irrational. I've had an irrational fear of squirrels jumping on me from trees now for years. So
Yeah, I mean that's
Stems
a
from
pretty
that.
terrifying thought. You guys ever have like a bird in the house that you can't
Yeah.
get rid of?
Dude, at Hurlbut, dude, there was this
dude, that just became
that's
yeah,
right.
it was frequent.
there was like I don't know what, I'm sure there was something in the eaves where like there was a hole or something, and they would just come in. So like it became like once a month you'd go up there and there would just be a bird up there. And one time I go up there and like I think Ian and I were up there trying to corral this bird, and I was just like, I just like put my hand out like that, and the bird like flew to my finger and it was just posted up there. I was like, I'm just gonna walk him out, and I got a picture of it somewhere. It was sick though. I had to wash my hands like crazy after that because I'm like mad sketchy on birds, but like it was still like it like let me pet him and shit like that too. Yeah, I felt bad. I had to evict that bastard though.
Yo, I had gone up there before because like we had like all the workout stuff up there and like going out and like you just see the bird just like flying back and forth, and you always just had to open the window so it would just fucking fly out the window. But there would be times where like you wouldn't make it to the window in time and it would just fucking hit the window, and like it would like just keep flying. And you're like, all right, fucking missed that time. All right.
Yeah, you ever seen any of those videos of people who are like, "All right, we took this bird and we raised it from birth until it's 5 years old and nursed it back to health. Now we're letting it out into the wild. Go fly like the wind." And then they let go of it, and a truck immediately just comes by.
Or like
and
a
smashes-
cat will come grab it, and they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, an eagle comes down.
I've
Grabs
been
it, runs
waiting.
away. Those poor birds. But yeah, that's never fun. It
Definitely
always
not
comes
a-
back to animals with us.
I'm not a fan with birds. Not a fan of birds.
Not a fan with birds.
yeah,
Neither am I. I used to be afraid of birds when I was younger.
yeah. Birds. They're just.
I still
straight
am
up
pretty
annoying.
afraid of birds.
Yeah, you can't trust birds.
I mean, I saw that the Hitchcock. I think you can trust birds.
You can trust
What if
like
one
a
pecks
crow
you?
or a raven.
I don't know, dude. I overcame that. Like I met like an ostrich
Oh fuck that!
and emus and shit like that. And like at first I was like terrified because this thing's fucking taller than you. It's a
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
just
like a
a
dinosaur.
you could
Yeah.
fucking ride this thing. It's a massive, like just bird, and
Giant
it
stupid
it
eyes.
just comes over like a dinosaur, like and like
Yeah.
I'm like, like put my hand out, like I have like grass in it, and it like just like grabbed me, and I realized that like their beaks is nothing. It's like a duck bill.
Oh, really? There's
Yeah,
no little
it's
teeth
fucking-
or anything?
I mean, like an eagle, a hawk, like birds of prey, I'd be terrified of, but pretty much every other bird, I'm like, this bird's all right, you know?
Yo, you ever see fucking inside of a penguin's mouth?
No.
They have
No.
like fucking spiked
Jeez.
barbs and shit.
Oh, damn.
Yikes.
It's pretty horrifying.
Geese have some
Yeah,
some sawtooth.
they have like the same
bills.
thing as geese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
geese-
fucking. They'll tear you up.
Fuck geese.
They're
Their-
That's what I'm
Their
saying.
tongues are all like sharp and barbed. I fucking hate geese.
Fuck, I hate birds.
Yeah, my
I love birds. I hate geese.
my cousin used to have a giant macaw, and he'd always like I'd go over there and he'd just put it on my shoulder when I didn't want it there. He'd be like, don't no, okay, all right, now it's here.
It's shitting on me.
Just
be like-
whispering slurs into your ear.
Yeah. It would mostly just scream obnoxiously at the top of its lungs. You'd be like, fucking stop. Jeez, this is annoying. And then you'd be like, it can just break like a through a Brazil nut with its beat, and you're like, okay, great. I'm glad this thing can just sit on my shoulder right now.
You know, it could easily peck your eye out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
just bite your finger right off
It's hungry.
if you put it too close. But yeah,
There's
I
this
never
guy
did that.
who has an Instagram account. The entire account is it's called Feeding Steven, I think. The guy just
Mm.
has he must be in like the UK or whatever. And the whole thing is that he just like he had like a seagull that would be on like his he's on like the second story, come up to his flat's window, and he just started putting like tuna, sardines and stuff out. And he just like over the course of time just like builds this bond with Steven, and like Steven starts bringing friends over and shit like that to like feed. And he gives them water, like caviar and all this shit. You eventually just see the seagull get fat as fuck. And like, dude, it's kind of because like anytime I saw a seagull, I was like, dude, that's like the worst bird. Like I would duff a seagull because
Yeah.
like I'm just thinking of times I was at like
Yeah,
Cape
dude, they're
Cape May or
fucking terrible.
Wildwood, and I had like a thing of French fries, and you'd have to like fucking like
Fight them off.
Yeah, they're just
"You
super
fucking
aggressive.
monsters." Yeah, dude. And like you always hear the
Birds.
stories about like don't
Hate
feed the
birds.
seagulls because they'll kill each other over it or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Just terrible, dude. I told you about the pigeon that is like murdered another pigeon. Did we
No.
talk about this before?
I don't think so.
Dude, in New York City,
Carrier
Yeah,
pigeon murder?
yeah, we talked
we
about
talked
this.
about this. All right, yeah, dude. Two pigeons just walk another pigeon to the train tracks and it gets hit.
Oh.
Dude, it was the most. Hold on, I can. Well, I don't have a way to show it. I'll figure it out. But
animals do kind of have a strange, like, nonchalant way of like, I have seen videos of like monkeys, and they're just like, "You're dead now." And they just like push
Yeah.
something off a fucking roof.
dude, did you also see the? This is actually like a huge problem they had. They'd put up a new overpass over like a highway, and then like deer would get stuck on it and like just hop. So it became this thing, this one particular overpass where like,
Suicide deer.
yeah, the suicide deer were a huge problem because if you're driving underneath it, like instead of a deer running in front of you, they just
It
fall.
lands on your fucking
Damn.
hood.
Yeah. Savage.
Oh, like the good son.
You know, there was one deer that was running though, and it jumped,
Mm-hmm.
and then it hit a fucking tractor trailer, and it would randomly.
Dun,
It was
dun,
just like
dun.
Batman to this song.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
You guys ever see the good son?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Macaulay Culkin.
So it's
I don't know.
Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood when they're both like little kids, and they're like meet each other, and they're like, "Hey, we're friends. We're gonna go play.
Cousins.
Hey, we're the best of we're cousins. We're the best of friends." And then the Macaulay Culkin's like, "Yeah, you want to go play this game? I throw a mannequin off of a bridge and it hits cars in the thing, and then they're like 8-car pileups happen and
Damn.
people die." And
We all had a
it's
friend like that.
What? I don't like this. And then the kid just kept escalating. He's just like, this kid's gonna kill
He's
me.
just like, I'm gonna break the ice when my little sister's like ice skating because she told my mom about the porno mags I hide or something.
Yeah. You're just like,
Did you have one of those friends? Just like the questionably psychopathic.
I'm sure I did.
Nick Halter.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna cut that. That's a full government. We're alive, baby.
I
No,
think
he
he would
knows.
laugh if he,
He
heard
would laugh.
that.
He'd be like, he'd be like, yeah.
Well, because the things that Nick did were never, they always were like, had a funny spin to them.
Like
they
the
were
forest
never
fire.
like,
Yeah, like the forest fire.
You would always laugh
Yeah, the
after
night-
you did
yeah,
his shenanigans.
yep. Fire department's here.
It wasn't like, I know what you're talking about, where there's that one kid that just make you straight up uncomfortable, like where you wouldn't laugh and be like, all right, well,
People
let's
are gonna
tone
die."
it down here, guys.
He was, oh, my mom locked me out of the house. I need an Xbox controller. Get the axe. We'll break the door down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go shit your pants, Mimi. What else? I had a friend who, like, anytime we'd go on like a Boy Scout thing and we'd be at like the top of, he'd be like, we should try and move this boulder. And I was like, why? Just like, no, we should do that. And one time we moved it, and I remembered seeing people and being like, oh my god, and thinking that like they could die. Like, you know, thank God they didn't. But also, like, there'd be like another, like, we'd find like baseball sized rocks and like go to other campsites, and he'd be like, yo, just throw it like towards that campsite. And I was like, why?
Welcome to the jungle.
But we did it, and of course somebody gets hit, and then they're like, ooh, Ed, you're in trouble.
It is fun to throw rocks at like windows and break windows.
Yeah, dude.
It's fun to break things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like a skull. Like,
Fun
no.
to break like skulls.
No, Jerry and I, this one time, I think we just pulled up to like an abandoned house and just like broke like everything we could find in there
Yes, it's fun.
off of like 9W or
That's
something.
That's why like those rooms where people pay money and smash shit. That's why
The rage cage.
the rage cage.
I think that's the dumbest thing ever, because it's just like, you should break shit that's already shitty. You shouldn't just get new shit and break it. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But like, if you go to an abandoned building and it's like obviously been abandoned for like a decade or 2 decades, and that's like a victimless crime, because it's already, they're gonna fucking level the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna come down in a pile of rubble and it's gonna go in a dumpster. But if you're just buying like a new big screen TV to hit a fucking, like, that's different. You know,
Yeah.
my opinion.
That's the ultimate. Do you think that everyone who's like a wrecking ball operator was those kids that would like throw rocks into campsites and stuff like that?
Yeah.
They just got the ultimate thing of like knocking down buildings, or they're like demolitions
Yo,
experts that implode buildings.
God, what if that is a I
Somewhere
wanna
Nick's
be
doing a
that.
controlled burn.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that is a great job. Like, imagine doing that. Like, you're spending months bringing up explosives so you could finally 5, 4, 3, 2, and then he just explodes.
That's just
Just
Danny
high five
McBride.
everyone near you.
Danny McBride and Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I don't know. I think that would be fun, but you probably got to work your way up from like small. Like, you got to start demolishing sheds, like the grunt work, dude. You got to gradually like work your way up. Oh, dude, I don't know. It would be fun though. I don't know. The demo work's always fun. It's building shit after that sucks.
Mhm.
I want to do the wrecking ball one time.
Yeah.
Do people still use wrecking balls? Like, I feel like
I don't know.
Gotta come up with a better solution.
Dude,
than
it sounds
just
like a lot of
whacking it
fun.
with a ball.
I mean, I definitely do want to do that, but I feel like my own personality would be way too nervous. Be like, what if I miss
Yeah.
and I hit another building?
Yeah, I want
with-
it in a situation
100,000
where it's
people in
like, you can't fuck it up. You're just fucking.
Exactly.
You're like Killdozer, you know.
yeah.
You're on a one-way street.
Dude, having a killdozer would be sick.
Do you guys watch that one the on Netflix?
No,
Forget
Is
what it's
it-
called.
Is there a new one that just came out?
I watched the American Dad episode.
No, it's an older one. Basically, this dude in Colorado got like fucked in every like way he could possibly get fucked. Like, he
Nice.
bought this piece of land, and then he found out these people who were like on the town board owned the adjacent piece of land and like turned his water off, and then he just started getting fines for not having working water. And then his fines just like kept racking up and being like, "Oh, you owe us $500,000 now because your water doesn't work, even though we own the land that has the access to the water and we turned it off." And then he just built a tank that could not be penetrated and just started driving it through town, running over, like knocking down the buildings that those people worked in.
And
Like-
lived at.
Like, and a legit like library in the middle of town, you just see like a tank just rolling up and like just going through the building,
Damn.
and like 18 cop cars are following it. There's like a cop on top trying to like throw grenades
Yeah,
and
they
like
just-
shoot in there, and he's like, it can't be penetrated, we can't do anything. So it's just very slowly like wrecking all these buildings.
Dude, that Killdozer was a labor of love. All right, he
He
learned
worked
how to
on that thing
weld.
for years.
He was just
and
like,
no one knew about it.
Every fine, he was just like, "Fuck these guys."
But yeah, it's
He
like
probably could have just paid the. Well, no, making the Killdozer is better than paying the fines.
Yeah, we wouldn't be talking about him if he was paying the fines.
it was fascinating to see, like, because they have all the footage of like basically right when it comes out and he starts like running over buildings, they have like the entire police station like behind these barriers shooting at it, and like just nothing is happening, just fire shot after shot after shot, and then the cops just eventually being like, what do we do? What do we do? And then they just pull up, have some guy like running around on top of it. Like, I don't know what to do. But yeah,
Marvin Heemeier.
yeah.
He looks like a nice dude.
Meyer.
Heemeier.
It really was sad because it did end in like the most sad way possible.
Suicide?
Yeah, he just killed himself in the
Yeah.
thing. It's very sad.
What a way to go out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean-
Build a tank and then
Yeah.
fucking demolish it. These motherfuckers.
Oh, he recorded 3 audio tapes explaining his motivation for the attack. The tapes contained 2 separate recordings on each side.
Mhm.
For a total of 6 recordings, he mailed them to his brother in South Dakota before stepping into his bulldozer.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, you know. What a way to go.
He says, "God built me for this job."
I mean, if you think about it, he did build an impenetrable tank around a bulldozer.
He also said that God asked him to do this.
Yeah, that's where it gets like,
That's
Yeah.
where you're losing me.
hey, maybe it's where it gets dangerous.
Imagine if that's like a story of the Bible in the future. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, "Ah, yes," and Marvin Heemeier.
And then Marvin entered
like
the
Noah's
tank and rose again in 3 days.
I love it's just a picture of the Killdozer. It says sometimes reasonable men must do unreasonable things.
Yeah.
That's like the pencil pushers at the zoning department were probably like, "Oh, geez, I guess we should be more careful."
Yeah,
Some of
exactly.
these people can weld.
Hey, imagine just sitting at your desk, your cubicle, being like, "So, Tony, what did you bring for lunch? Are we gonna go out for the? Oh shit! There's somebody driving through the wall.
Oh wow, check
Get out!
this.
Get out! Get out!"
That's actually kind of cool. Killdozer. The name Killdozer comes from like a
72 film.
it's a science fiction novel from 1944.
Oh
Wow.
Wonder if that's where he got the idea for it. He's just like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
Written by L. Ron Hubbard.
Written by Il.
Yo, if it
Rand-
connected to Elrond, that'd be insane.
And he said God told him to do it. And he was just talking about L. Ron.
No, it's by Theodore Sturgeon, who went under the moniker Elrond. No.
Let's see here. Let's find something good.
If you were gonna build a Killdozer, what would you build it out of?
Kill and Dozer.
Diamonds, because those are the most.
Unobtainium.
Oh, that I should have picked that. Damn it.
Well, how can you build it if you can't obtain the unobtainium?
Mhm. Good call.
That's good. I'm
Good
stumped.
question. I don't know.
Guess I'm not building no tank.
Thank you for listening, everybody. This has been a broadcast of the Butt Stuff Podcast. You can find our link in our bio on our body of our bio in our Instagram page. Check us out on YouTube if you're listening. You know, give us a watch. And vice versa. If you're in a place that you can't watch and you normally do, just give us a listen on Spotify. We appreciate your listenership. We're a homegrown thing here. So, if you like it, tell your friends to listen. And thank you for listening.
I play this on bass. Pretty cool.
you.